What teammate is going to shoot the first free throw?
Hi.
Marissa. She'd start, though. I guess she shoots the technicals, huh? Yeah. Okay, best
You've
free
seen
throw
me
percentage.
shoot. You don't want that. What did you like about what you guys did defensively today?
Yeah, holding them, to 15 in the first and then 14 in the second just showed we still always want to consistently fight each quarter. So I think attention to detail, they did a great job just punching with that effort. We talk about emptying the tank, so I think we did a great job with that. And then I think the communication was on par tonight in terms of covering for each other when sometimes the coverage might have slipped, but we covered for each other.
Have you ever seen a player use a referee as a screen like Caitlin did on that one play?
I didn't see that, Kenza. I did see that. It's clever, right? Maybe that's what we call Princeton offense. No, that was a good one, too. No, but that was clever.
Yeah. Second question, what does it say about this team to have this 3-game winning streak in 5 days against top-tier opponents?
Yeah, taking steps forward in terms of consistency. That was our biggest message from every game from Atlanta to New York was can we consistently execute on both ends for 4 quarters? And I think, the challenge has been met. You can see that. You can kind of feel it, too. And I think every time, too, our communication actually gets better and better each quarter. So moving in the right direction for us and continuing to just focus on us.
I asked Veronica about how you guys have been able to kind of keep these high-scoring guards in check for most of the season, and she said that it's about having her, not just her, but Kyla, Tip Hayes, Caitlin, just all coming in waves. Is there something that all the guards do defensively that's a common thread that allows them to be, pretty solid defensively?
I think because they just take so much pride on that side. And that's just, again, defense to me is all heart, all hustle, and so those are the players we obviously intentionally went after. And so when we talk about deep roster and strength in numbers, it's because we need to be able to sustain guarding, a Sabrina, a Paige, a Kelsey Plum. So it takes multiple matchups and be able to go into the bench. So, yeah, I think it's heart and hustle. So.
Hello, Coach. The Liberty's worst offensive performances have been against you. Is there a particular attention you guys pay to, Sabrina, and Brianna, or you guys just, go through the same form and, you just manage to stop them?
No, I think it's our coaching staff in terms of the scouting, attention to detail on what we're trying to take away. So it's understanding and studying the film, to their strengths, whether it's within a play that they score on or is it just their skill set. So we make sure we cover both, we talk about it, and then it's kind of going back to what Nathan asked about rotating into our deep bench of there's no drop off from a V matchup to then a Kai to a Tip Hayes, then we're throwing Gabby on them. So just, again, being able to utilize so many guards, and then you got Kia, you got LA, you got KT, you got Ja. It's just a lot of players that play with a lot of heart and hustle.
Yeah, you touched into my second question, which is about the bench.
Yep.
Today, the bench scoring was about 39-11. How impressed are you about the ladies who come off the bench and just keep the momentum going out with the starters?
Yeah, I mean, if you think about it, and I heard actually too what V said is, our team has a lot of humility from every player, from starters to bench. Anyone even on that bench could start. So every player on our team has a sense of humility that maybe they think they should be starting or not, but they don't show it. They own it. Just because in terms of the matchups, that's what we do. So there builds a lot of trust within that anyone could start, anyone can come off the bench. But at the end of the day, whoever shines, you can see the joy that we give, and we celebrate each other for the ones that shine.
Coach, it was striking how consistently you broke the press, the full court press,
Yep.
But also striking how often, even if you had a numbers advantage, you settled in and just waited to get half-court offense going. How much of that was about controlling the pace or avoiding chaos or something else?
Yeah, it was super intentional on my end, just because going in for 3 games in 5 days, health was the priority coming out, so we did had a nice, comfortable lead. So again, just a great job in terms of our execution. But taking care of the pace was my decision. I think if we would have shot early and then started crashing, you could have gone into some injuries. So I intentionally did that. Doesn't always mean that success in either way, but utilizing the clock was something we talked about. And then getting back on the defensive end was something bad. Because when you're up, you either get more extra possessions or you push the ball faster. So we just wanted to make sure we're in control in the fourth quarter.
Coach, Veronica.
Hi, how you doing?
Chilling.
Good, chilling.
Veronica was plus 25, which kind of
Yeah.
shows,
Yep.
the totality of her impact. And she said you were always in her head about leadership and, pushing her that way. What have you seen from her as a leader just from the time you got her to now?
Understanding how hard it is. We talk about it. And as a joke, I mean, from anyone who's been even a parent, or even if you have a cat or dog, that sometimes people don't listen to commands and demands, right? Like even as a parent, you tell your kids, hey, don't do this. And they do it and they don't listen. So she understands sometimes. She's just like, when we're tired and stuff like that, it's sometimes hard. It's hard to say something 3, 4, 5, 6 times. But I said, you get no days off. So you have to understand what hard is, and you have to be able to play through hard, and you get no off days. And we talked about that maybe like a month ago, and she says, I got it. And I said, because we need you to do that for us to continue to move in the right direction. So her understanding she has to take more on the challenge of if they're not listening, you better figure out how to get your teammates to listen. So I just appreciate her because it's more energy. It's a lot more difficult conversations to call your teammates out within a tone that every player needs something different. That's why she's built for it, because she can build relationships outside of on the court that gives everyone the full-on focus that, yeah, you could tell me anything you want anytime. So it's a credit to her just as a person. Yeah.
Hey, Coach. A couple weeks ago, you said that you felt like the team had more effort and they could play with more effort. Over this 3-game stretch, like what would you rank it, or what percentage would you align in the effort increase?
It's increasing, I think, for sure. Percentage-wise, I kind of pushed that aside to more, let's be consistent for 4 quarters. So emptying the tank been our motto. And then obviously in the stints, because we're going to sub more, we talked about that just whether it's 5 minutes, it's the hardest 5 minutes of your life. And so I'd say it's just being more consistent and making sure, like, Marcus just asked about Veronica, is just leading through that consistency of holding everyone accountable. So that's, I think, more I focus. Yeah. Did you think we emptied the tank today? Yeah. Okay, then. Yeah. Oh, very good. Okay. Yeah, so we're building. Yeah, we're building in the right direction. All right.